Brand new Lamborghini cop car. All right, let's see what she has to say really quick. All right. Let's see what this girl has to say.
I'm fully convinced that a lot of y'all men don't like women. Y'all like little girls.
Okay.
Y'all walk around talking about it's just prefer. I just have preferences. Talking about no saggy skin, no cellulite, no stretch marks, titty.
I feel like nobody really says that anymore. You know, maybe older men that are like more aggressive, I suppose. But I feel like people don't really say like no saggy this, no saggy that. Honestly, I feel like, I mean, not for nothing, but this girl is probably like what you, if you had to pick somebody to represent today's beauty standards, you'd probably choose her. Like, she would be a front runner, like a little bit thick, right? Like, I don't understand. Like, well put together. I suppose you could say like she speaks well. She seems rather intelligent. So it's weird that she's the one making the criticism.
To be all the way up here. Okay, titties tiny and up here.
Yeah, see, she said tiny boobies. That's not today's beauty standards at all. Beauty standards are usually big boobs and big butts, you know, and like wide hips, like childbearing hips.
No hair on your body at all, and she needs to be small, cute little voice.
The hair on the body, like, yeah, that sounds about right. Sure, I mean, I don't really give a shit, but like, yeah, some people don't like hair. I mean, hair is considered a masculine trait.
Yeah, what you're describing is a prepubescent girl.
Yeah, well, that's what you were describing, not
the problem
us.
is y'all don't like women, y'all like children, and it's weird as hell. I'm fully convinced that
I feel like that's a really bad take. You know, like, listen, you could figure out anything sounds like a child. Like, for instance, there are women who don't like men with beards. Oh, children don't have beards. Oh, looks like you're looking for a child. You know what I mean? Oh, if you like a full head of hair, well, children have a full head of hair. You know how you see how I can like look at, I could look at me and be like, oh, what can I choose about myself that I feel like some people don't like, and then say that you don't like it because I'm a child. You know, oh, you don't like fat people? Well, children usually aren't fat. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you don't like bald people? Children have hair. Oh, you like people with better eyesight? Children usually don't have to wear glasses. Like, oh, you don't like big beards? The children don't have beards. You see where we go? Like, the reality is like men like thicker women usually because they like women that look like they can bear a child. Men like shorter women for sure. They like something that's like smaller than them. Like, a lot of times men want to protect something that's either, whether it's social or biological or a mixture between the two, probably. Hair is just considered a masculine trait, so men don't want masculine women. You know, I will say that like it does seem like there is a trend that men tend to choose younger women and women choose older men. Men like to choose women that are biologically more perceived as more fertile, and women prefer men that are better put together. So you'll see guys like 5-year age gaps isn't super uncommon when you're in your like 30s, especially, and even like when you're in your 20s. It can get gross, but for the most part, like, men aren't looking for little girls. That's kind of gross. And it's silly because most of the people taking my perspective would be more, let's just say, conservative or even moderate leaning men. And you see more and more like left leaning men or leftist men talking about how like it should be totally okay to wear anything and like nothing, you know what I mean? Which is kind of conflicts with this ideology, because there's a lot of like for progressive men that are like, you shouldn't sexualize women based on what they wear, blah blah blah. Like, it's all in your head. You're sexualizing them, but then like, you know, we all acknowledge the reality that like some clothing is sexualized, and a lot of men, such as myself, try to prevent women from being ogled by disgusting men. So when like a guy criticizes it, hey, that's too sexual, you're too young, they're not saying they find you sexy. They're saying that they know that there are men that would find you sexy because some men are disgusting. And so like, hey, you know, like, you wouldn't put lingerie on a baby, right? You know, I'm just kind of tired of this argument. It's just like annoying. It's silly. And it's gross. And I'm tired of it. So I just wanted to say something.